My 70s are approaching and I have a dilemma: to move or not to move from suburbia. My idea of future bliss is to escape the burdens of endless garden chores, growing herbs and vegetables like a good citizen, and having to rescue blue-tongued lizards that my dog wants to kill. I definitely miss my sociable neighbours and things like the blossoms of fruit trees, the mysterious colours of flowers, and the charm of bird song. The quest was on, and I decided that living in an apartment in Melbourne CBD will be my goal. But why was I feeling like I was diving into a dark, deep pond? I hauled out maps, spent too many hours Googling, and tried to find some answers to the many questions bumping around inside my head. There were some happy circumstances that guided me to 5 city dwellers who talked to me about their experiences. My name is Marianne Wallace-Crabb, and a slight warning: these glimpses of city life are very persuasive. What will my decision be?
I've always had a romance with the city, mainly because my family has a business in the city, and as a child I used to come in often, and I've never forgotten that wonderful trip into the city to meet my father.
This here is my studio in Elizabeth Street, and I live with my husband at the other end of town up near Exhibition. One of the main things I like about living in the city is I find it inspiring. Facilities, the walking, the public transport, the library, the state library, the galleries.
The city is a great place to live because you don't need a car, and in fact you get to know people much more easily in the city because you're always walking.
I want to live in a city that functions 24 hours a day. I don't want to live in the centre of a city which closes down at the end of the working day and reopens at 9 o'clock in the morning and stays dormant over the weekend.
I think you feel really vulnerable in suburbs. It's just no one's at home, everyone's off at working, there's no one around. I go past those suburbs in some of those little houses, and they're nice little houses now though in the suburb, but they always look like houses where people died in.
I go out first thing in the morning with my mother. We go to a coffee bar that she likes and I like very much. We have breakfast, then we would go off and do some errands, and if it's summertime we go and sit in the park and read, or we go for a short walk.
For me, a typical day of living in the city, in Melbourne, is to either get up early or get up late. It doesn't really matter, but I would leave home, our flat at the other end, and come here. At the end of the day I would go to the library, or I might go to the lecture at the Wheeler Centre, or I might go to see an exhibition, or Acme where they have films in the afternoon quite often.
A day consists of getting up about 8 o'clock or something like that, having breakfast, usually walking down the road to buy the newspaper in the morning, and coming home, having a look at it.
When I go round the corner where there's the bootmaker whom we've been going to for years, or the chemist, or the optician, whoever, you know them because I walk every day. I know these people. I've known them for many, many years. So I feel very comfortable.
I feel attached to Melbourne, and I feel that's good, and so that's why I felt that it was good to be able to have the opportunity soon after we got here to discover that there was a group called Melbourne 3000, which is a community group of the people who live in this postcode area. They meet, I join them, I bring to them sometimes things that I've learned about city management from the different work I've done.
There's all sorts of people that you meet there who live in the city and look after each other, take care of each other, do someone shopping for them that needs to be done. So there is that community.
We always used to think of seniors as people in their 80s and 90s, but now it starts at about late 50s.
For seniors, yes. I find that word difficult. Old fogies.
The seniors, I don't think of myself as a senior.
Aged care services, I'm not sure they call them seniors. They call it the something gift. Is it the gift? Chronologically gifted, or something ridiculous like that as well. So I'm not sure any label should be applied to any age group. I think it should be just younger or older people living in the city.
When I see something that I think needs to be addressed, like somebody needs a seat or somebody needs help on with a pram, I say, can somebody give this person a seat? Or somebody. Now that person doesn't have to take that seat if they don't want to.
With the trams, that older people or elderly people don't travel on them that often because of the nature of the movement. The trams tend to be very unstable.
I can imagine, all old people on trams waggling their sticks. Get up, you buggers! We'll take over this tram. I think that could be quite effective.